Title: The Boy and the Jungle. In a small rural village nestled at the edge of a vast, untouched jungle, lived 12-year-old Sam. The village was quiet, its people content but cautious, always warning the children to stay away from the dense, dark forest that loomed at the horizon. The jungle was full of mysteries, legends, and, according to the elders, dangers beyond imagination. No one in the village had ventured into its depths for generations. The villagers spoke of hidden treasures, fierce predators, and ancient ruins, but also of spirits that roamed the heart of the jungle, forever guarding its secrets. Sam, however, was different from the other children. While his peers were content with the mundane life of village chores and playing by the river, Sam's heart yearned for adventure. From his window, he could always see the jungle's vast expanse, its thick, verdant trees swaying like giants in the wind. He'd hear the distant calls of exotic birds and the low growls of animals that seemed to beckon him, daring him to come closer. The stories his grandmother told him of the jungle's hidden wonders captivated his imagination. But more than anything, Sam was drawn to the unknown. One afternoon, while helping his father with repairs on their modest home, Sam overheard a conversation between two village elders. One spoke of a treasure hidden deep within the jungle, an artifact said to hold immense power, a golden amulet lost to time but believed to still exist in the heart of the jungle. The other elder, his face grave, warned that many had entered the jungle in search of this treasure but had never returned. The idea of a treasure sparked a fire in Sam's heart. It wasn't gold or jewels that he sought, but the thrill of discovery, the sense of proving himself and seeing the jungle with his own eyes. Later that evening, Sam's curiosity overwhelmed him. He knew he couldn't do it alone, so he turned to his loyal companion, Scout, his German shepherd. Scout had been with Sam since he was a child, and the two shared an unbreakable bond. Together, they had explored the edges of the jungle many times, gathering wild berries, watching the animals, and dreaming of the mysteries that lay beyond the known paths. That night, Sam packed a small bag with provisions, dried food, a knife his father had given him, a compass, and a small flashlight. He kissed his parents goodnight, promising he'd be back by morning, though he knew deep down that this would be an adventure unlike any other. With Scout at his side, he slipped into the night, heading toward the jungle. As Sam and Scout crossed the border between the village and the jungle, the change was immediate. The air grew thick with moisture, the sounds of crickets and distant animals reverberating in the air. The trees were ancient, towering overhead like silent sentinels, their branches intertwining to form a dense canopy that blocked out most of the moonlight. Sam felt a mixture of excitement and trepidation as they ventured deeper into the jungle, each step taking them farther from the safety of the village. The jungle was alive. It buzzed with insects. The air hummed with the calls of unseen creatures, and the ground was soft beneath Sam's feet, carpeted with thick moss and fallen leaves. Scout's nose twitched constantly, his ears alert to every rustle in the underbrush. The jungle seemed to whisper, as if trying to communicate with them, urging them to turn back. For hours they pressed on, navigating through tangled vines and thick brush. Sam relied on the compass to guide them, though it seemed the jungle had its own sense of direction. Every time he checked, the needle spun wildly, making him question if the jungle was playing tricks on him. The deeper they went, the more Sam realized that the jungle was no ordinary place. It was a living, breathing entity, vast and unknowable, filled with hidden dangers and wonders. As the first light of dawn began to filter through the trees, Sam and Scout found a small clearing. Exhausted, Sam decided it was time to rest. They sat together, sharing a small meal, but just as they were about to settle in, a rustling noise in the trees caught their attention. Sam's heart raced as he looked up to see a pair of glowing eyes staring down at him